Members were formed a quorum. May I call the meeting to order. We have two sessions scheduled for today. After the first session, we'll take a short break of 5 minutes. Allow me to complete my procedures first. Please be seated first. The second session will start at 11:05 and end at 1:05 if necessary. I will extend the second session by 15 minutes. May I remind members that if you have direct or indirect pecuniary interest on any of the item on the agenda, please disclose the nature of interest before you speak in accordance with ROP 83A. May I draw members' attention to ROP 84 on voting on matters where you have a direct pecuniary interest. FCR 2017-18. You must allow me to complete this first. Please bear with me. Members are invited to approve the following proposals for the Education Bureau to implement the priority initiatives to support quality of education at various stages. Starting from 2017-18, a supplementary provision of $2,253 million in 2017-18 under subhead 000 operational expenses of Pt1 Government Secretariat Education Bureau, and an increase in the ceiling placed on the total notional annual midpoint salary value for all non-direct posts in the establishment of Pt1 Government Secretariat Education Bureau in 2017-18 from $3,399,815 by $106 million. To answer members' questions, we have the Secretary for Education, Mr. Kevin Yeung. Yes, please. Chairman, can you please explain to us whether it is your own decision or that of the President or the legal advisor of the Secretariat, why some members are barred from entering this meeting room? All right, any similar questions, you may as well voice them out. Well, I am really shocked to hear such a question because you've all read the ruling. Hong Kong, after has the rule of law. There are two things in the court's ruling. Please allow me to finish first. First of all, members have lost their qualification as a legislator. Please note that an injunction has been handed down by the court to forbid these four members or these four persons to act in the capacity of legislators or hold themselves out as legislators. So if they come in and if they hold themselves out as legislators, there may be consequences. And you have to understand that if they're allowed in and if they intend to act in the capacity as legislators, there will also be consequences. I think this was clearly explained. I find it surprising that you've asked such a question. You may speak when seated for your own comfort. Point of order. Since you said that the four members are no longer legislators, and then according to the court, starting from October last year, they were no longer legislators. What about the decisions made by FC in the interim? They have voted on those items. Since they were not legislators, in what capacity did they vote on these matters? I hope you have done some basic research when asking these questions. As said, under the electoral ordinance, although they are no longer legislators now, the decisions made back then were still valid. How come you've asked this question? Can our legal advisor or can our secretary please explain to us, since they were not legislators, how come their votes were still considered valid? I think you should have this basic knowledge. Well, decisions made when during the period was still considered valid. As regards on what basis we've said this, we can ask our legal advisor to comment. But you may as well ask all your questions first before we respond. Okay, please. Your next question, please. All I have to say is we are entirely in order. All right, please hold on. Can I ask our legal advisor to assist? Legal advisor, please invite the legal advisor to come in. Chairman, it's not that we don't understand. Rather, we know too well what is a political suppression. Well, you have shifted the goalposts in this way, and you are pro-establishment camp, and how can you act as if nothing had happened? Well, we have to respect the rule of law, which is the basis of Hong Kong. All right? Somebody sworn in, and then you tailor-made a formula by means of interpretation of the basic law. They are now disqualified. Chairman, I don't think even you would act in this manner. Do you get my point? Do you get this point? Isn't it as clear as black and white? Mr. DG, all I know is we have to get down to our agenda as soon as possible. Well, I respect your need or your feeling that you need to express your feelings. We're waiting for the legal advisor. Chairman, I'd just like to remind you that we're now waiting for the legal advisor to come. So, he is not disrupting you, Chairman. So, what is the difference between suspending the meeting and going on this way? Now, if you feel the need, I'm more than happy to answer your questions. But if you're not willing to go into the next question, you would like to spend the 2 meetings this way, I don't have a problem, but it's for the public to see. Please understand that we have gone through a legal proceedings, and as a ruling handed down by the High Court, I don't see any persecution in it. You can use legal proceedings in Hong Kong to change this fact, but you should not vent your anger onto the FC or the council. Speaker's mic is not on. If I may read out the reasons why the decisions are not affected by this. Section 17, proceedings of LegCo will not be affected by the vacancy of a seat. And then Section 3, this includes vacancies after change of term. A vacancy in the seat in the LegCo will not affect the LegCo's right to deal with its business. Chairman, I'd like to know whether this is legal advice. Is this legal advice? Are you still waiting for the legal advisor? Well, we may as well wait. Well, I heard the President's explanation, but I don't feel that he is an expert in this regard, so we should wait for the legal advisor. Well, time is precious. If you don't mind, I can tackle your next question. Time is precious. We're running out of time. So may I miss what tell you? I'm arranging for a full-day meeting on the 19th, and I want to have another meeting on the 20th and also an afternoon on 21st. I hope you can support this, so please don't waste time. Mr. Eddie Ju, the questions you asked cannot be tackled in this meeting. This is the Finance Committee of the LegCo. I hope you can follow the agenda. Speaker is off mic. The mic is not on. How about this? I think the best thing to do is let me have a discussion with the legal advisor first. So let's take a break of 10 minutes.